Books and Beers.
Woo! Woo! Get cracking. Zach, happy Friday.
It's Friday. Cheers to that.
Cheers. We don't do this on Fridays usually, so it's a little
Yeah.
special tonight.
Friday night. Got the Sapporo Draft 1s tonight.
Mm-hmm. Like, really good deal with these. Mm.
Spilling it all over your
I like wearing it.
A little bit too much. Drunk already. 5 for 10. What a deal.
Yeah.
And that's very effective.
Absolutely.
Very efficient and effective.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of effective,
Ah.
that's what we're talking about tonight. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Mr. Stephen Covey.
Stephen R. Covey.
Stephen R. Covey.
I read this. This is the only book I read by him. I read it years ago, and I love this man. I think he's incredible. I mean, yeah. So it's a book I'm really excited to talk about. Zach, you've read it too, right?
Yeah, Stephen Covey. Actually, I listened to it.
Listen to
on
it.
the YouTube.
It counts. It counts.
On the YouTube.
You can listen to it on YouTube?
Yeah, they have the audio book on YouTube. Somebody posted it on there, so.
You got no excuses. Go do it, people.
Yeah. You can listen to it on your way to work. Doesn't matter. So, okay. So, Tom's going to be talking about this book. So, Tom, why should I read this book?
So, the big thing that, I love about this book and I love about Stephen Covey is the fact that, I read this book because I said, I need to be more effective. I need to be more efficient. And I thought I was going to read a book about all these techniques and everything, which are in the book. But this book is all about being a better you, being the best you, and correcting personal traits that are slowing you down. So when I read it, I was just like, I'm a changed person. The book literally changed my perspective on things. So, I mean, a lot of us aren't effective because there's something wrong up here. We have the wrong motivations. We have the wrong habits. We don't exactly know what we want, and the book really addresses this comment. I saw you pointing at the beer. This is my big problem.
That's what, now, if you don't do it every day, then it's not a big habit.
No, exactly.
Yeah, I was surprised by the book as well that he's talking about these life things, not necessarily about habits, daily habits that you can do, but more lifestyle type things. So what were the key takeaways for you from this book?
The thing that I really love is when he really digs deep about the kind of person you are, whether you're family-centered, church-centered, work-centered. And all those things sound great, family, church, work. But he says a lot of people, they'll correct those things, they'll put their life in those things rather than address their real issues. So for example, a person thinks church is their most important thing, that's where they find their value. If the church is great, they're great. They don't need to get better, their church is awesome. Same with family, I'm a bad person, my son is going to get into the best university and be the best lawyer. And then you put a lot of pressure onto your son rather than you figure out how to more effectively pursue what you really want, what's good for you. And that's the thing. Learn what you want, identify it, and the thing I love the most is just say no to things that aren't helping you. If you have an amazing opportunity to live overseas and work abroad, but what you really want to do is spend more time with your family, don't take the job. That's not what you want. So it's a great thing that it really teaches you the lesson of figure out who you are, figure out exactly what you want, and think basic. A lot of it is desires based on fear, based on love, and eventually start saying no to things that you don't need. And he always talks about, he really says a lot of deals you want should be win-win. I mean, if people are winning with you, they want to work with you. And when people want to work with you, when they line up to say, I want to do business with that guy, life is going to be a lot easier rather than I have to do business with that guy.
I mean, that's a good habit, win-win. Make the situation pleasant for everyone. Yeah. Indeed. I can't remember much about the book from what I listened to it, but church-centered, law-centered, family-centered, I always hear that. And don't put too much into that type of thing. Yeah. So how about for you? Maybe the best lessons learned from that book for you, personally.
So the biggest thing that I learned is that I was a person that I was insecure, and I thought, if I keep getting smarter, I'm winning. But what I was really doing is I was avoiding the fact that I couldn't get a good job. And really the reason why I couldn't is because I was scared of a good job. So I was a learning-centered person because that justified my life and my insecurities. When I finally read that, I really said, learning all these different languages that I don't use, and I don't use any of them, this is not a good use of my time. I need to figure out exactly what I want to do and begin coming up with a plan. And this book was the first step. So I never thought about that. I always was like, I am so great. I can do all these things. I can solve a Rubik's Cube. I can say hello, good morning in Cantonese. I'm not a loser. Then I said, yeah, I'm a loser. I need to make changes and I need to become a more effective person. And you know what? It's one thing that I learned to not do? Don't quit the beer. Don't quit the beer.
Never quit the beer.
And don't quit the books.
The books and beer.
Hey, cheers. And it took a long while for me to talk about this one because it's so popular, but I'm happy we finally did it. Yeah.
There we go. I think I drank too much of the beer.
Yeah, no worries.
There we go.
Mhm.
Read the book. Develop the habits inside of you,
Mhm.
inside your mind, not with other people.
Yes. Hey, this has been Tom.
And I've been Zach. This is Books and Beer.
Cheers.